Playlists, or sometimes called set lists, allow us to put together a list of songs in a particular order for a performance. So how do we set up a playlist? You add songs to playlists from the list of all songs down here. You can either do it by simply clicking on one of the songs and then hitting the enter key, or you could click on a song, right click on it and go add to playlist. Or if you've been searching, for instance in here, and we search for Amazing Grace, double click on it and it adds it to the playlist. So here's our playlist of 3 songs here. Our first one is displayed as music, second one is displayed as chord sheet, and the third one is displayed as chord sheet as well. Let's say that this version here we actually want to display both side by side. That information is stored with the playlist, so when you come back to that playlist it will be set up that particular way. Playlists can be reordered by using the arrow key here. We can move things up and down the playlist. We can delete an item from the playlist, or we can clear the whole playlist. This icon here is the same as the icon up here. It takes us to full screen, so once we've set where we want to start in our playlist and click on there, it takes us into full screen mode and we can perform, and we've got a copy of the playlist over at the right hand side here in the sidebar. Let's press escape to come back out of there. Playlists can be saved so that you can recall them later. So at a practice or a rehearsal you set up a playlist and you want to save it for the actual performance. All we do is go in here and click save, give it a name. Let's say this is Friday's playlist. We'll say OK to that, and that's it saved. The name of the playlist that's currently in use is displayed on here. If we go into our saved playlist tag, you'll find there the name of the playlist and when it was last saved. You can have a whole list of playlists there, and you can select any playlist you want to view the songs that are in that playlist. One feature of the saved playlist is if you right click on a playlist and go to preview, it will tell you what's in that playlist without having to actually open it. So if you're working with another playlist and you want to look back at a previous playlist or set list, you can right click on it and see what was in it. And if there's one of the songs in here you want to add to your current playlist, you can click on there. Or if you actually want to use that playlist as your current playlist, if you click on there, that will open it as a current playlist. You can export playlists as well, so that if you set up a playlist in one computer and you want to export it to another computer with the same database of songs as you're using, then you can export the playlist and import it back in to the other computer. You can copy it to the clipboard and put it into a Word document. If you're creating an order of service or a program, then you can use that facility. The printing options for playlists: you can simply print the playlist itself. That will give you the standard way to select a printer, and you can print out the playlist. One of the other things you can do, if you've got songs which have got lyrics, you can print a song sheet, and by choosing a double column song sheet, you're asked for a title. So this was Friday we were working on, so we'll just call it Friday as well. And it creates a song sheet with the lyrics of the 3 songs which were in your playlist. That could be printed out and used for services, for weddings or for worship services and so on. If it's just a single song you want to print out, you can do that by clicking on there. You can set the size of the text you want, and it will print out a chord sheet which you can then use as a paper copy. If you've set the colours in the settings, you can have different colours for text and chord lines as well, and have a look at the video on settings to see how to do that. So that's playlists in Power Music. You can set them up, you can reorder them, you can save them, and you can recall them later.